Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and today, well, we're still in Ost Galadh in Mirkwood. We have a few side quests and we also have the epic quest, of course, but before I forget, I just want to get one of the hidden deeds for exploration. There is one here in Mirkwood, very similar, if you remember, to the Ridge Razor that you can get in Eregion. And for this one you need to actually get into two different towers. The first one, which is through here, is really simple to do. We're gonna make our way up to the top here. Minas Gîl. Very well. This is the first one. Barba's sign. I think we will come and talk to her at some point. Not yet. So anyway, the first tower, Minas Gîl, is really simple to get to. The other one is a little bit more complex. So both towers start from the same point, this ramp over here, but for the second one you need to do some jumps that are more and more complex each time. So after you come through here, let me see, this is half memory and half what I understood from Wiki Guide. So you come in here, yeah, I remember this part. I'm gonna tell you how many times I failed this jump on other characters. Oh god, no. Alright, and then you have to somehow yeah, like running here against the wall so that you can climb this. Then you come through here, the same thing. Run against the wall very carefully. Okay. And in here you make these jumps. Oh god. You see? Do not rush them, because you can fall. Now after you come through here, do you only need to climb this? I think we're almost done. So come climb this and this. Let me see, I'm not so sure about this one. Yeah, Minas Gîl. There we go. So you completed the deed Mirkwood Tower Climber, some reputation plus the title Master Ascender. So there we go. Some marks and points as well, of course. Your body knows no limit as you have pushed yourself to explore places unreachable by others. And I remember this one being a lot harder than it was today. So, well, good to know. We didn't spend as much time in here. Where's Gallif? Where did you go, buddy? Anyway, I always like taking a picture in this spot, of course, for bragging rights, obviously. Yeah, once again, getting to Minas Gîl is not hard. Getting to Minas Gîl, on the other hand, especially if this is your first time, might take you a few tries. As you have seen, you're required to do a lot of jumps, and not all of them are that easy on your first time, as I said. Especially, well, I don't know if I made it look too easy, but trust me, the other times I have done this, it usually don't don't go as great as it did today. There you are, Garlic. With this out of the way, we can go back. Well, not actually go back, but go outside Ost Galadh and start doing all the things we need to do. Okay, I remember. Defeat Sharpfang, which is out in the forest, and some of the other quests are for Minas Gîl, which is a location that we visited on the previous episode. Alright, yeah. I was just refreshing my memory on Sharpfang and what's the deal with that quest exactly? Let us go on and find him. This seems like the place. Like Bidukuni. Do I need to... am I Sharpfang? Oh no, there he is. Okay, you guys were too late. You were not really good bodyguards. If Sharpfang were alive, he would be very disappointed in you both. But he is not, because you are really slow. That was easy, that was simple. Now we can go back to Minas Gîl. We'll need to destroy corrupted relics and recover some of the good ones. And it seems that's it as far as Ost Galadh goes. I remember this area having more quests than this. But maybe I'm also remembering that the epic. At some point the epic will get you here, and it does have some extra quests for you to do. Bottom line, I'm just a little amazed at how fast we've been able to advance to Mirkwood, because this is roughly the halfway point for Mirkwood. We're missing the Scuttledells, Tar Morbid, Gadwurs, and Ashendales. We have already done Merkeep, Towerstock, Stronghold, and Emyn Lûm. So yeah, it's roughly the halfway point, a little bit less than half, I would say, because Dol Guldur can also take some time, especially if you're aiming for the instances, which I don't think at this point I am. Not as a solo player, of course. Yeah, I would need to check if I can get a Kenny or a friend to help with them. Especially Samad Gul that you need to do for one of the epilogues. I have a couple ideas on how to do that, but since we are not there yet, I'm not worrying too much about it and just making my way around Mirkwood, which is going surprisingly fast, I should say. So now we are gonna actually enter the tower, which we didn't do the last time. Here. Once again, just farming dark before dawn. Hopefully we can get that deed done today. We have a new deed, Sorcerer's Lair. 100 sorcerers in Southern Mirkwood. Grab that silver relic. Is that like... I know, it's here. Ground level. These guys go down really quick. Destroy 6 of these relics. Where are the others? I wonder. Do we need to keep going up? Seems we do. Come on. This place is bigger than I thought it would be. Why do my masters don't work when I'm trying to pull off shorty of that? This looks like a rupee from the Legend of Zelda. No. Don't know if that's intentional or not. Probably not. This seems like an odd place to have a Zelda Easter egg. Seems that's it, but I think there should be a boss in here. Like up top. So it seems this is one of those cases in which, yeah, we'll need to make a third foray into Minas Gîl to confront the boss once and for all, because we don't have it. We have in here the epic, Mirkwood, these 4 quests, and this crafting. Silken Strands, which we will do at some point as well, but not yet. And that's basically it. Yeah, since we'll need to come back here. So for once, let us not get ahead of ourselves and kill the boss before we need to. Let us go back to Ost Galadh and continue advancing the quests. As you see in there, we're just 8 uses away from completing the Dark Before Dawn deed and from completing all class deeds period, which is gonna be super nice. Oh, would be nicer if there was no delay on the masteries. Yeah, thank you. Just 2 more. Oh my god, that's gonna be... that's gonna be awesome. Anyway, let us go outside. And let us return really quick to Ost Galadh. Ah, Jesus, but why did you get aggro on me and not on the champ that just ran by? Well, I'm not complaining because, yeah, it got me the chance of completing the deed. Completing Dark Before Dawn, class deeds tier 8, 1 class trade point, and all I can say is my god, finally. I just want to take a look at this. Class deeds tier 8, 1 class trade point, like Dark Before Dawn, 5 LOTRO points. Congratulations. Oh, congratulations, indeed. Take a look at this. This page is finally empty. I cannot tell you how happy I am. Oh, thank you so much. Ah yeah, Lomdoknir also has this quest that seems to be timed, so that's why I have not done this one yet.
What do you need?
Excellent. With the Cravine kept at bay and the wolves leaderless, I think we have dealt with the feral threats of Emyn Lûm for the time being. Long enough to do what we must, for we shall not tarry long beneath those dark bogs.
Mind my words, traveler.
Gollum has slipped through our fingers yet again. I have good reason to believe that he has fled to the north, into the Scuttledells, a warren of ravens and gullies infested with spiders and other foul beasts. I have sent instruction to my scouts there to be on the lookout for him, but I have received no word from them since and fear that something may be amiss. Would you be willing to journey to the Scuttledells and let my scouts aid in capturing Gollum? He is more elusive than any creature I have encountered before, and they may need your help. Speak with Miluimil. Very well. All the relics are destroyed then, Very well. You have done as I asked, though I had long dreamed to return to the West holding such treasures of my youth aloft. I must harbor no such hopes in this dark place. I shall focus instead on the task at hand, and nothing more. All that matters now is the defeat of the sorcerer responsible for this evil. There we go. What is this? These devices. They have been touched by sorcery most foul, turned from their simple purposes to ends most evil. The firmament of stars above us, which we elves have always revered most among all creation, for they were made by Elbereth, light a great void of which we know little. But it seems that our enemy knows something of its true nature, for our instruments which once turned to the study of the stars of Elbereth, now look deep into the endless void, and draw upon it to sustain the shadows which they now bring into our world. There is nothing I can do to unravel the corruption of our relics, Beriathan, had I the time to even attempt it. They must be destroyed, and quickly, if we are to prevent more of these unnatural spirits from being drawn into the light of our world.
Stay a moment.
Something stirs atop the tower of Minas Gîl, Beriathan. I can feel it from here. Powerful sorcery is being wrought and will soon come to its culmination. We must put an end to it before it is completed. The power I feel gathering is too great for you to face alone, and it is likely wielded by the sorcerer responsible for the desecration of Minas Gîl, against whom I would seek swift vengeance. You should prepare for an assault upon the tower's summit. Little time remains. Are you and your companions prepared to make your assault upon the summit of Minas Gîl? It will be a dangerous endeavor, and there is little time remaining. Of course we're ready, so let's go.
Turning elvish relics to dark purposes, an evil sorcerer prepares to summon deadly shadows from the void atop an ancient tower over Emyn Lûm.
There we have the sorcerer. This doesn't look good at all. Anyway, let us continue then. Defeat Gúlbenn and defeat the Twilight atop Minas. Yeah. Summoning is complete and the shadow shall fall upon all of Mirkwood. Gúlbenn, the sorcerer of Minas Gîl, and defeated the Twilight. And it seems that's it, basically. That was really short. Awesome. Now we come back to Agorin. So it was Gúlbenn who wielded the sorceries atop Minas Gîl. I have heard his name before. He was said to be a powerful sorcerer descended from the bloodlines of the Black Númenóreans. It is good that his evil has come to a final end, and the spirit he sought to summon has been cast back into the void. Minas Gîl shall never serve the elves again, but now perhaps it may be left to fall into timeless ruin among the silence of the forest. Okay. So, stay in there, Lomdocnil. I'm gonna help you with that in just a moment. First, I'll need to scout the Scuttledells for the hidden guard, and well, we're also gonna find the elves in there who are looking for Gollum and give them a hand as well. But after we finish scouting for the hidden guard, we'll need to return to them at the Haunted Inn, and I think that's the point at which it's better to do Lomdocnil's quest. If I understand correctly, he will like you to return there with as much haste as you can. So what's the entrance to the Scuttledells now? Okay, we have some Crevan that I don't want to fight. And if you would just go away, please. The spiders, however, the spiders are useful because we'll need to defeat them to collect the pristine webbings that we need. Now, Black Dog, not yet. But at some point we'll get a quest to fight Black Dogs as well. Okay, this quest for Gadbirds I think we can remove for the time being. Miluimil, here he is.
What do you need?
Fuirgam believes Gollum is now here in the Scuttledells. I would feel better about our chances of finding him if most of my scouts were not already missing themselves. These ravines are treacherous to any who dare them, and I fear we'll be lucky to emerge from them unscathed, much less to capture one such as this Gollum within them. Nevertheless, Fuirgam's order is clear, and he would not have made it if the need were not dire. Let us see what we can find of this lurking creature, shall we?
Stay a moment.
I have received dark news indeed, Beriathan. One of my scouts has told me of a deadly queen to the black venom spiders, a brood that infests the caves in the northern Scuttledells. One of his companions fell to her, succumbing to a poison so quick and deadly that he was compelled to flee from her as swiftly as he could. We have little chance of destroying the brood so long as this creature lives, but I do not think you should dare to face her without some counter to her poison. If you can gather samples of the black venom spider's poison, I may be able to help you concoct such an antidote. Gather a few venom glands from Deluri's brood, then we shall make our preparations.
Will you lend me your ear?
Greetings, Beriathan. You have not come at a particularly auspicious time. Most of our number is already lost to us out in the lands that we call the Scuttledells. We were sent out to scout the terrain but a few days ago, but only a few of our small company have yet returned, and they tell of twisted ravines crawling with evil things. To the north in particular are the spiders that give this place its name, and it is there that I believe several of our comrades have been snared by the spiders. There may yet be time to free them before they are slain, if we are fortunate. Can you assist with this deed?
Stay a moment.
Keep one eye to the skies, Beriathan. There are a number of the enemy's black feathered servants about. My scouts will be hard-pressed to move unseen with such keen eyes above us. Defeat them quickly if you should come upon them in the ravines and gullies below. The fewer that make it back to Dol Guldur alive, the better.
Mind my words, traveler.
Greetings, traveler. My name is Ivoril, and I serve at Celeborn's request as the scout leader for the Miluimil expedition into Mirkwood. Alas, his trust in me was misplaced, for we have come to ruin here in this twisted place. Few of my scouts have returned at all, but worst of all is the loss of poor Hal Tiller. Hal was a young hobbit of an unusually adventurous strain who begged to join us in this expedition. He was also a burglar with an unusually light step, even for his kind, and such earnest heart that I accepted, and in so doing I surely signed the warrant for his death. My fellow scouts were all of fine mettle and experience, and the risks they knew well, but poor Hal was but a child compared to them, and I should never have allowed it. I cannot abandon my watch, for my duty to the Miluimil is clear, and should any of my scouts yet live, they shall come here. Yet you are clearly an adventurer of great mettle to have come this far yourself. Would you help me discover the fate of poor Hal? There must be some trace of him in the Scuttledells.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
A word of caution, Beriathan. If you head into the Scuttledells towards the east, you will soon find yourself among a number of barrows from which the dead have risen to serve our enemy. It was for good reason that he once hid beneath the name of the Necromancer, after all. These are not ancient barrows, however. None such were here in the time when my people lived in Emyn Lûm. Thus, I do not know who or what rises up against us now. Take out the barrow stones if you can and take note of their engravings. Perhaps we can learn more about the nature of this place and how best to subdue it. Okay. Cool. Let us go. We don't have quests for black ducks yet, so you get a pass for today, for the moment. But I'll be getting back to you. You can bet on it. Full of tranquility. We need to search east of the Pool of Tranquility, but first, here we have a spider. East of the Pool of Tranquility, yeah, it's gotta be here, but like, do I need to drop? Maybe? Or is it not as in the eastern shore of the pool, but to the east? Seems more likely. Black squirrel, god, that looks disgusting. Yes. Yeah, kudos to the devs, because from the description of the squirrels in the books, the squirrels of Mirkwood, yeah, I think they nailed how unnerving they can be. What are we supposed to be looking for in here? Don't get it. I don't get it, and what's more, I think I'm just retracing my steps already. Out of here, you can find no sign of hole tiller. Okay, let us keep looking. Very well. We also have some crows. Here. Ah, he died fast. Here. This weathered stone is crudely inscribed in the language of the Easterlings who lay within these barrows. Oh god. You scared me! I gotta pick some more gravestones. Torn backpack, hobbit size. I think here we have Gladiel for the epic, yeah.
Hail and well met. It is good to speak with an ally at last.
Hail Warden and well met, indeed, for I have seen naught but spiders and black dogs for 3 days now, and it is good to speak with an ally at last. A great gloom hangs over this corner of the wood, likely emanating from the barrows just to the north of here. No one has tended those barrows for an age, and they are home now to evils only, and the spiders are everywhere. I cannot recommend that the hidden guard come this way until we know for sure how deadly the venom of these spiders may be. It seems that the eyes of Dol Guldur are not watching the Scuttledells, but that will be no relief to any of our company who fall to the spiders in the name of secrecy. Take this cloth and use it to gather the venom from slain spiders here in the Scuttledells. I will see how perilous it may be. Alright, this is a really simple task. And since we are already defeating the spiders, not gonna be difficult at all. Alright, so here we'll scout the last stone we need to bring news of Haltiller. There is no sign of Haltiller was ever here, yeah. So with this now we can bring news of Haltiller to Ivorel, on her camp. We can remove Ivorel's quest for the time being, and continue looking for the other ones. I think here we will be able to find more of the engraved stones. Here's one. Grungur. Okay, yeah, there is a stone in here. Grungur, that guy we just saw over there, we'll come and fight him later, most likely, so I'm gonna try and avoid that fight for the time being. Yeah, I'm gonna try and avoid some of these fights against bosses unless we're already at that point in the quest. However, this is so packed with enemies that I think it's really hard to avoid them. Mordelot. This is another boss. I don't think we can. Oh yeah, we were able to avoid Mordelot. Here is the last great stone. What do we have in here? A chest. Okay, let us see if there is anything useful in this chest. Thorun. Oh my god, how many of these whites are here? Of this named. Oh, perfect. We're able to open it. Just gonna take some of the crafting materials, the ones that are of some use to me. Yeah, let us pick this hammer. That can be a nice ally to level up for runes and XP. Okay, so let us check what else do we need in here. Black poison glands, entangled elves. This one. Let us not forget about those poor elves who are in dire need of assistance. So yeah, let us go and look for them. Oh, that dog didn't attack. Cool. That seems like a harsh fall, so let us not take that one yet. Yeah, I have always found the Scuttledells to be a really confusing area. I usually lose my way around here a couple times. Scuttledells. Okay, so here's the first one. Eternal thanks to you, my good man. Okay, you're free to go. Run away before they come. I shall quit these ravines immediately. You may want to do the same. As soon as I finish freeing up your other companions, you can be sure I will. Stop with the resists. Please. Oh my god, that stack also looks awful. Lesson learned. Don't look at the portraits of the enemies here in Mirkwood. That's really unpleasant. That's really disturbing. Ilex branches. Okay, here's another elf. First, let us defeat this crow. That was easy. I never thought I might end my days as a spider snack. Thanks to you, it seems I will not, and I think I shall be off before they return. Let's keep looking. Crows, spiders, elves. I think that's basically it, but some of these spiders... There we go. My thanks, friend. I fear I would have made a fine meal for some spiders brewed shortly. Now, which way was it, right or left? I had best sort it out before they catch me again. Yeah, you totally should do that. Rarely it. Okay, gonna need to hit this guy with everything we got. Down he goes. Here of the West, Mithril Flake, and not much else. But fun nonetheless. The Low Pond. Some of these names do ring a bell. Even though right now I'm just more focused on finding the elves. back at the low pond? Okay. Now that's not a way. But which one is it? You see, that's what I was telling you about. Here. Come here. Okay, so we have completed the crows. We can remove that one too. Thankfully, we don't need to fight more of these guys. Collect black poison glands, which is the north. That's basically it. Let us focus on oh my god, this is not a way. Let us focus on finding a way to the north towards the last cocoon and black poison spiders to the north. Let's see if that is enough to kill those two guys. Could be. It should be if they don't de-aggro, which seems they didn't. I need to find a way up there. It seems. Seems the raccoons are actually on top. This upper level, but I don't see how to get there from here. Okay, here we are. Okay, I see it now. Here we have it. The last elf. I could barely breathe in there. I will find my way back to camp. Are any of the others still caught out here? Well, yes and no. I've already rescued the 4 elves needed for this quest, but there were many more locations with cocoons, so yeah, yes and no. Make of that what you will. It seems here is a cave. we'll need to get into for the poison glands. Black venom spider, yeah. God of Rot. Alright, we're making good progress. Just gotta be careful of the poisons because yeah, they do hit for quite a lot. This can be nasty poisons if you let them accumulate too much. So let's take these two guys. Okay. Just one more gland. Sorry, one more pristine webbing, if you will, please. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, we can leave the cave now. Before they return, yeah, let us run, let us flee. Which one is closer by? Supposedly Everill's camp. Yeah, let us go back to Everill's camp because I think we'll need to make our way back to the barrows, fight the whites, and Gladiel is really close to those guys, so that way I think we can avoid some unnecessary back and forth. Let's just make this a little bit quicker. Hopefully the horse is quick enough to outrun these spiders. Yeah, he's receiving a lot of hits, but yeah, it seems we're okay. Nope, it needs to come from the other way, it seems. Ah, jeez. Anyway, yeah, it's not that big of a hassle.
What can I do for you?
Be careful with those, Beriathan. The venom of the brute is not so deadly as that of Deloril herself, but it is not to be taken lightly. It is similar enough that I should be able to concoct an antidote from it. Then perhaps you will be able to defeat Deloril without fear of her deadly sting. Deloril, I think it's a more proper name. Are you ready to face Deloril, Beriathan? I have completed the antidote. Be sure to use it swiftly should you feel the stink of her poison upon you. You will not have much time. The antidote's effects are short-lived. Should the battle draw on, you may have to use more, but a few drops should suffice to counter her sting. She lures in the case up at the northern end of the Scuttledells, and many of her brood are gathered there, so take great care lest you be overwhelmed by their numbers before you even reach her. Which I think it's a really real... it's a high risk of that happening. It appears that some of the scouts did not survive. I had feared as much, but at least you were able to rescue most of them. Unfortunately, even among those who returned, most were too ill from the spiders' venom and their entrapment to continue, and I had to send them back to Ost Galadh to recover. Could I have you stay here for a while longer to aid us? The Scuttledells are too dangerous for us to leave unattended while facing the forces in Dol Guldur. Count on me.
Stay a moment.
Fuirgam sent word to look for that Gollum creature? Well, the Scuttledells is an ideal haven for the likes of him, I am afraid. I was part of the effort to capture him on the fringes of Lorien a few weeks ago, but we had little success. One would think he could vanish into thin air, the way he evaded us. Very well, I doubt we will find him out here, but at least if we do catch sight of him, these ravines may act to trap him, where we can lay hands on him. One of my scouts reported seeing a small goblin-like creature scuttling furtively about in the Scuttledells. I thought little of it at the time, but if Fuirgam's suspicions are correct, it may have been Gollum. Here are a few places where he might be lurking, so keep a sharp eye out.
How can I be of service?
So there are fewer of the enemy's crow spies about. Excellent. If we can move about unseen, we have a better chance of rescuing a few of our people from these cursed ravines.
What do you need?
What a cruel fate for such a young innocent. These look to be the claw marks of a black dog on the pack. There is only a spark of hope left, for we have not yet found his body. Most likely because he was torn to pieces by the black dogs.
Will you lend me your ear?
I must not give up all hope for poor Hall. Though in a place as cruel as this, I dare not hold too much. We must hunt down the black dogs that cornered him and see if we can find any clues to confirm his downfall, or perhaps a body so that we might at least put him to rest, though the black dogs are rarely so considerate as to leave much behind.
Negavanen.
I see. The runes you have discovered tell a painful tale indeed. One of the men brought by Sauron from the east was literally worked to death in the construction of his fortress here upon Emyn Lûm many years ago. Even in death, these men are yet forced to serve, their barrows serving as a line of defense should Dol Guldur be pressed, or their bodies at least, for their Dark Lord cannot bind their spirits.
Mind my words, traveler.
The men of the East who were brought to construct Dol Guldur were driven hard by their masters, yet, unbeknownst to them, their final resting places were being prepared by evil beings who would become their masters in death as well, once the life was driven from them by their brutal labors. In these runes I see the inscriptions of 3 fell hunts, gaunt masters in the service of the Nine, who even now summon fell spirits to draw the dead from their graves to move against us. These 3 sorcerers must be destroyed before they complete their rituals, or the numbers of the dead will multiply greatly, and we may find ourselves hard-pressed to hold Ost Galadh from them. So there we have it, the quest to defeat those 3 wights that we saw before. And now what we have here.
Will you lend me your ear?
The inscriptions you described to me speak of the great labor that went into the building of Dol Guldur as the abode of the necromancer. Many men were brought here from the far east, and they worked upon its stones, and their labor was cruel beyond endurance. As they died of weariness, they were interred in the barrows here to continue their servitude eternally as guardians of last resort. They remain his servants still, and now are called forth to stay our advance against the tower, animated by fell spirits of Morgoth. But many remain that have not yet awakened, and we must ensure that they do not come forth in greater numbers. We must seal these barrows so that their inhabitants remain therein forevermore. Shut the barrows and place these seals upon them. These seals were given to me by Agrin before I left Ost Galadh, for she suspected that these barrows would be disturbed. I give them now to you. So we will defeat those wights, and we will also seal the barrows. However, that will come on the next episode, as well as the fight against the spiders, advancing the epic, and much more. For the time being, thank you so much for watching today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you as well on the next one. My friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.